Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Al. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to answer again Area Problem Review Part 3. Number 7 problem, a trapezoidal garden is to be covered with grass. How many square meters of grass will cover the garden if two bases are 12 meters and 8 meters and the distance between bases is 15 meters? Our solution given trapezoid, we have the base 1 is 12 meters given, base 2 is equals to 8 meters, and the height is also given 5 meters. Find the area. To solve the area of a trapezoid, we're going to use area equals 1/2 the sum of base 1 and base 2 times the height. So the base 1 and base 2 are going to add 12 plus 8 equals 20. Then the height is 5, we're going to multiply. Then times 1 equals 100. Then divided by 2. So the area of the trapezoid is 50 square meters. Okay, the next problem. Number 8, a certain cartolina in the shape of a parallelogram is to be covered with a manila paper. If it has a base of 10 decimeter and a height of 5 decimeter, how many square decimeter of manila paper will be used? Our solution, of course, we're going to pick up or write down the given. Since the figure given is parallelogram, and the base is 10 decimeter and the height is 5 decimeter, find the area. So to solve this, we're going to use the formula of parallelogram. Area equals base times height. The given base is 10 decimeter and the height is 5 decimeter. After substitute, we're going to multiply it. So the area of a parallelogram is 50 square decimeter. Okay, the next problem is number 9. Lot in the shape of a trapezoid with 30 meters long on its shorter side and 40 meters on its longer side. If the distance between these sides is 18 meters, what is the area of the lot? The solution, given trapezoid, the figure, and the base is 30 meters, the base 1, and the base 2 is 40 meters, and the height is 18 meters. To solve the area of a parallelogram, we have the formula area equals base 1 plus base 2 times height over 2. So we have to substitute. The base 1 is 30 plus the base 2 is 40 times 18, which is the height, divided by 2. So 30 plus 40, 70 times 18 equals 1260 divided by 2. So the area now is 630 square meter. Distance problem, grade 7. Okay, the first problem, Lorna and Peter are 16 kilometers apart and are walking towards each other. If Lorna is walking at a rate of 3 kilometers per hour and Peter at 5 kilometers per hour, and how many hours will they meet? Okay, our solution, we have to pick up first the given. The distance is 16 kilometers. For Lorna, we have 3 kilometers per hour the rate, and for Peter is 5 kilometers per hour. And we have to use the formula D equals rate times time. This is the constant formula, the uniform formula When we say uniform formula, or uniform motion, we are meaning to say this speed is constant. Okay, equation 1, d equals the distance travel of Lorna and d2 is the distance travel of Peter. So we have to solve the equation. D equals d of Lorna distance plus the distance of Peter. And the given distance is 16 kilometers. You have to copy that. Then substitute to d and equals to for distance of Lorna. Remember, we have d equals rt. So the rate of Lorna is 3 kilometers per hour times t. So that's why it becomes 3t. Plus the rate of Peter, we have 5 kilometers per hour times t. So that's why it becomes 5t. Then we have to simplify. We're going to add or combine like terms. 3t plus 5t equals 8t. And just copy only the 16. And now we're going to divide both sides by 8. So it becomes now 16 divided by 8 equals 2. And 8 divided by 8 equals t. So our time equals to 2 hours. So we are going to check d equals d sub 1 plus d sub 2. D 16 equals 3 times 2 plus 5 times 2. 3 times 2 equals 6, 5 times 2 is 10. So 16 equals 6 and so it becomes 3 equation now. So therefore our answer is correct. Our complete answer, Lorna and Peter, they meet in 2 hours. Okay, the second problem, bus number 1 and bus number 2 will leave from the respective station at 8 a.m. Bus number 1 will head north at a rate of 50 kilometers per hour and bus number 2 south at 80 kilometers per hour. At what time will the two buses be 390 kilometers apart? Our solution given, bus number 1, 50 kilometers per hour the rate. Bus number 2, the rate is 60 kilometers per hour. And the distance covered is 390 kilometers. Our formula, D equals RT. Equation, we have D equals D for bus 1, the distance, and plus the distance of bus 2. And solve the equation, we have to D equals D, the first bus distance and the second bus distance. Okay, the distance covered is 390 equals to the distance of bus, we have RT. So the rate of the first bus is 50 times t plus the rate of the second bus is 80 times t. Then our next step is to combine like terms. 50t plus 80t equals 130t. And 390 just only copy, and we have to divide it both sides by 130. So 390 divided by 130 equals 3, and 130t divided by 130 equals t. So therefore the time is equals to 3 hours. We have to check. Distance is 390. Distance of the first bus 550 times 3 plus the distance of the second bus is 80 times 3. So 50 times 3 equals 150 and 80 times 3 equals 280. So 390 equals 390. So therefore the equation is balanced. We can say that our answer is correct. This is for grade 7. Okay, number 1, find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of the triangle. So remember, triangle is a polygon with 3 sides. So our formula to use is sum is equals to n minus 2 times 180. So since the triangle 3 sides, so we are going to substitute to n, becomes 3 minus 2 times 180. 3 minus 2 equals 1 times 180. So the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, which is triangle, is 180 degrees. Okay, the second problem, find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a quadrilateral. So when we see quadrilateral, it is per side. So our solution to find the sum of the interior angles, we have s equals to n minus 2 times 180. And we're going to substitute for n, becomes 4 because quadrilateral is per sides, minus 2 times 180. Then 4 minus 2 equals 2 times 180. So the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay, next problem, number 3. Find the sum of the interior angles of the trigon. So trigon means 30 is the sides of the polygon. Solution, we have the sum equals n minus 2 times 180. And since the sides of a polygon is given, 30, we're going to substitute it from n. Then 30 minus 2 times 180. Then 30 minus 2 equals 28 times 180. So we have the sum of 5,040 degrees, the trigon. Okay, next, number 4 problem. Find the sum of the interior angles of a 15gon. So, meaning to say we have 15 sides of the polygon. So, solution, we have the sum equals to n minus 2 times 180. Then, since n is the sides of the polygon, so we're going to substitute, becomes 15 minus 2 times 180. Then, 13 times 180 equals 2,340 degrees is the sum of the 15gon. Next problem, number 5. Find the sum of the interior angles of a 100gon. So meaning to say the sides of the polygon is 100. So since we're going to find the sum of the polygon, we're going to use the formula s equals n minus 2 times 180. Then n stands for the sides of a polygon. We are going to substitute now. 100 minus 2 equals 180. Then 100 minus 2 equals 98 times 180. The sum now is 17,640 degrees.